Work until your life looks different. Right now, I'm at a stage where I'm just putting in the work. I'm putting lots of hours, lots of blood, sweat, and tears in this, and I just want no work till my life completely does a change. And when I do make that change, I'm gonna say I worked for this, and I was determined enough to do this. And I'm not even gonna get ahead of myself right now because I know I'm gonna put in the work every day, no matter what. No matter if I'm sick in bed, no matter what is happening in life. My job is to keep working, keep being consistent, keep having conversations with y'all, and really give it my all. Because life is about what you put in, and God will reward you if you keep putting in the work. And I see a lot of people be like, they think because you believe in God, and this is a great thing to believe in, don't get me wrong, but they believe in God, but they don't put in work. See, God, you gotta meet God halfway. You can't just be over here. You think God wants you to be lazy? No, He wants you to put in that work. So He's gonna reward you if you gonna put in that work. And now, if you being lazy, He not gonna He's not gonna reward you. You gotta put in the work. You gotta put in the hours, because things ain't easy in this world, and they ain't. And there's there's no way you're just gonna get a handout like that. And like I said, you could settle for that, but I'm not. I'm not gonna settle for an average lifestyle because I came to this world to really make an impact, really make a change. Especially nowadays, I gotta be that change. I gotta be the change for my community. Community. I gotta be the change for for the Kev Banks channel, because this is something I take serious, and this is something I put myself into that I really want to do now. So I gotta meet God halfway because I made a commitment that there's no going back. See, once you sign that contract with yourself, there's no going back into being an average person, being an average. And like I said, you could be an average person, but you gotta. I'm not gonna be willing to be that. Now, if you want to make a change, you gotta put in the work. You gotta make sure you go to sleep at the right time. You gotta make sure you're working hard. You gotta make sure you're posting content if you want to be a content creator. But if you want to be a professional athlete, you gotta make sure you're training every day. Or if you want to be a painter, you gotta make sure you're gonna be painting every day. But you gotta build the repetition every single day because what you do every single day is what you become. And that's what it is. You got to be positive. You got to talk to yourself positive every day. Don't feed into the negative energy. Don't. And I would say, if you're ever on your phone and you just find yourself scrolling every single day, just know you don't got to consume the content. Why don't you just start your own content page? Why don't you just start being a content creator yourself? because a lot of us, we scroll and scroll. Well, at least I don't. I put my own content out there, but it does start with you scrolling. And once I found out I was scrolling and not putting content out there, I was like, why don't I just make my own content? Why don't I just give positive content instead of the negative content? Because this is what I'm about. I'm about a positive life. I'm about positive lifestyle, having a good relationship with God. This is what I'm about. And yeah, make sure you guys keep going. Don't let nobody tell you can't do nothing. And just stick to the course. And yeah, guys, this is all I got today. Thanks for watching.